David Des Roches joins us live now. Good to have you in the programme. He is an associate professor at the Near East South Asia Centre at the National Defence University. First things first, you must have been seeing our correspondent, Mohammed Al-Qasim, who was at a very noisy protest in Tel Aviv. What's your immediate reaction when you see those pictures of the families and friends of these hostages, you know, wanting their government to do something to get their people home?
Yeah, it kind of underscores the problem that Israel has and the political advantages of taking hostages, which is you create a constituency within your adversary calling for concessions that elevates the hostages to a level above other security concerns. I think that it's particularly effective against the Israelis because they have proportional representation, which leads to coalition governments. So you get loud, noisy protests like this. And I think that the people around Netanyahu have probably become sort of immune to this by now and said, well, look, you know, this is going to go on forever unless we do something. So paradoxically, I think it either has no effect on Israeli decision making or may even reinforce a hardline view by this point in the war.
It may not have any effect, but I mean, of course, people in both Israel and Gaza will feel really betrayed.
Some will, yes. It's, you know, again, when you have proportional representation, you have coalition governments, and the coalition that is keeping the government in power right now is not supported by the left in Israel or by anybody who has a relative or is concerned about hostages. So I think what you're seeing is a sort of, I think it would be impossible to have a broad-reaching government of security. I think that clearly the hard line, the people who want to punish Hamas and are willing to accept a great degree of incidental damage and death along with that, I think that they are in the driver's seat right now and probably will be for the foreseeable future.
And where does Donald Trump come back in then? I mean, you know, he wanted to initially when he came to office, he wanted to stop this war. Is he now giving Israel a green light? I mean, we're seeing a lot of condemnation right now by other international actors. We're hearing less from the US. So what could be the US policy going forward?
Well, you know, I was just talking to a friend. It's like hard to believe Trump's only been president for 6 weeks. It seems like we've been there for 8 years. I think he's still trying to figure out what he wants to do. But in the short term, he clearly is more inclined to step back and let Netanyahu play his hand before he intervenes. I think he wants to see this resolved. I think he feels that had he been president in the last 4 years, this war would not have broken out. I'm not sure if that's in fact true, but I think that right now he's inclined to basically say, okay, I'm going to support Netanyahu, but I want to see this resolved quickly. And you know, it may be that that in time his patience will be exhausted, but I don't think. You know, he's only been president for 6 weeks, so unfortunately, the war's been going on for 2 years. But his time frame is his time in office.
Well, you're quite right. A lot has happened in those 6 weeks. David, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there. But thank you so much for joining us on the News Hour.
Thank you for your patience.